everybody back to another show, to another Black Knight show. I know you might be wondering, where is, just where is the man gamer? And just where is the man gamer show? I told you guys. I told you I came here to take over. I didn't come here to play any games. I wasn't going to be a one time success. That I was going to come in these, I was going to know, I was going to come to these gaming streets for a reason. And that's why I'm here. Uh, nah, all joking to the side. Um, Let me tweak this show out. Let everybody have a fair chance at greeting the Black Knight. Everybody deserves a fair chance. At least that's what I believe. Yeah, so I'll get straight into it. Just give me a second, you guys. Just give me one due second. All right. So, um, you got some people that didn't like too much of what the Black Knight had to say yesterday. Didn't like too much about the show that and the display that I put on yesterday. Didn't like it. Rubbed them all the wrong way. Not all of them, some of them. And they chose to voice out exactly how they felt. And give me 1 second. So yesterday, I touched on a few different things, but the most trying things that was on the Black Knights list, the Black Knight list, uh, was basically the PS5 Pro, especially there at the end of the show. And that was just the last show. If you guys want to go check it out, please feel free. And another thing too, guys, nobody's been putting a like or dislike on the show. Even dislikes count. Nobody's been putting, which I would like a like, but nobody's been sharing. Nobody's been subscribing. The biggest thing is subscribing. I'm still at 51 views, 51 subscribers, and it's been like that for a little while now. I'm not complaining. I appreciate every subscription that I get. You know what I mean? But I do. I feel like even though somebody else might feel like, even though somebody else might feel a little bit different, and this show is not about what I'm talking about right now. The Black Knight just had something on his mind. I feel like I just been just trying to just to figure out what I wanted to do with my show, you know, and the Black Knight's finally figured it out, and I just feel like that he's not being supported. You know, I mean, people come in and watch the show at 51 subs, but then they leave without liking, without subscribing. When you guys come in, you know, this is not easy. You know, I mean, what I do, I don't know what everybody else does. My preparation for my shows, for the Black Knight shows, is way different. You know what I mean? This, even though it might not look like it, this mask here that the Black Knight wears, he wears a few of them. They're not light, they're heavy. And for me to have this on the whole show, have to breathe through this, sweat through this because it is warm. Sometimes it can get real hot depending on the weather. And to put on a show for you guys and stuff like that, for you guys not even to like or sub, it's just like a slap in the face. You know what I mean? Because I really do put on a big show. I be seeing people a lot. The Black Knight goes to different people's shows, believe it or not, and I can see other people. And I'm not comparing my show to other people, or at least I'm not trying to. But I see people just doing regular shows, and I'm not jealous of nobody else. I'm not hating on nobody else. I'm just speaking facts. They be regular, basic shows. The personality is dry, but yet they got so many subscribers. They got so many views, and it's um, kind of not just disheartening, but it kind of makes you feel uh, devalued. You know what I mean? And I'm telling y'all, it might not seem like much, but I do a whole lot to get to this point. You know what I mean? Every time I do a show, that's why every now and then I stop for a while because I feel like I'm not appreciated. You know what I mean? And I just feel like, you know what I mean? The Black Knight goes the extra mile, and he just doesn't feel appreciated in these gaming streets. And I'm here to fight for the gamer. You know what I mean? So for you guys not to subscribe to me, I feel the I started to feel the type of way. I don't now, but I started to feel the type of way before. But I'm like, this ain't this ain't for money or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm straight. I just like for people to come in. That's my thing. I like for people to come in either live or after my show, however it may be. But when you come in here and you're watching my content, I would like for you just to acknowledge me. You know what I mean? Because the Black Knight, for his subscribers, he goes above and beyond. And I want to start giving back. I want to start uh, giving things to the people, start doing contests and stuff like that. Uh, Sometimes give an example. The first person that comes in and gives a like to the stream, uh, I send them a gift or something like that, just to give you an example. You know, I want to start doing a variety of different things, but it's kind of hard for you to feel like you should do those things if you're still at 51 subscribers and it's been a long time and I ain't got a sub yet. You know what I mean? Even though I got 51 subs, it's like, man, you know, I be having 100 and something people each show stop by. You know what I mean? If you go look at my last couple of shows, I got a few, a few people on there. And for nobody even to leave a like, you know what I mean? It's just disheartening for the Black Knight sometimes. Not all the time, because my spirits are always lifted. It's just sometimes it makes me second guess the quality of my shows, and I know what I do before my shows come on, and it's a lot, you guys. You know what I mean? It's not no, like I said, it ain't no cakewalk. It ain't something that it's not something that I just come over here and hit a button. It's not that, man. It's not that at all. You know what I mean? Before I even get to all of this, I have to do this. You know what I mean? I have to put all this together. You know what I mean? I got something under here. I got this on. Then I got my LED lights. You know what I mean? And these things ain't really, they, you know, uh, I think the Black Knight got like two of these now. You know, he doesn't like to show the same face all the time. You know, so uh, just to wait. Let me turn these off for a second. Making sound effects. Huh? No, but I had to start this off with this because it's been going on for a little while, and I thought for a minute that, hey, give it a minute, it'll catch up, it'll do pretty good in a minute. But it's hard to keep doing these shows and nobody's. Not gonna say nobody because people do come by, you know what I mean. But I would just like for more people to start subbing, even if it's just one sub a show, something, you know what I mean. I like. It kind of sucks when the Black Knight is the only one that puts a like or puts a dislike on his own show. You know what I mean? It's crazy, and I'm not here to sugarcoat anything or to say something that's not. I'm not gonna say that it's doing well and it's not doing well. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie or pump nothing up or downgrade nothing. But if you guys can, you know what I mean? If you come through and you're watching the show, if you're enjoying it, if you like it, or you watching it, you find yourself watching it for a little while, that means you like it. So go ahead and sub. You know what I mean? What's wrong with that? It don't cost you nothing. You don't have to come and watch the show, but just subbing to the show means a lot to me because at least it shows that you acknowledge the show. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get off of that. The Black Knight did come here for that and that only. But just don't forget, say it one more time. You guys come in even after the show is over with. If you guys stop by, it's never, ever, ever, ever too late to put a like and to sub, y'all. There's so many things that I want to do with my channel, but YouTube won't allow me to do certain things because I don't have a certain amount of subscribers. They let you move according to how well your shows are. I mean, not your shows, but how well your channel as a whole is doing. Well, at least for me, that's what I've been finding kind of crazy. But it's just whatever it is. But so you got people out here trying to justify the price of the PS5 Pro. I'm gonna say it again. You got people out here trying to justify the price of the PS5 Pro like there's a disc that comes in it, like there's a kickstand that comes with it, and it's not either of those. They don't come with either of those. And those are some of the frustrations about these gamers. They don't like what they've been subscribed. I'm not subscribed. What they've been, yeah, basically, what they've been shown, and how they try to show the reasonings why we should go out there and purchase these things. And I haven't been given a reason yet. I have more of a reason to go out and purchase in November. I got a more of a reason next month to go purchase Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection than I do a PS5 Pro in December. Oh boy. There's no way. There's no way that a peripheral software is more exciting than the hardware. And that's what messed up with Microsoft. They seen how profitable the controllers were, and so now the controllers are 70 something dollars a pop. Then they seen how profitable the headsets were, so they have a trillion of those. Then they seen how much people was buying their consoles at the beginning, so they thought, hey, let's make this, let's make that. You see how they're not so Speedy Gonzalez to come out and announce another console? Well, at least the day of this show that the Black Knight is putting on for you. You know what I mean? Forgive me, you guys. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Doesn't mean I don't mean it. Oh, I mean every bit of it. Oh, that's great. No, I be going to certain channels. I be going to certain places. Uh, on here, and I just be seeing different different outlets that you guys can go check out, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna name any names, but just get on YouTube and just type in PS5 Pro debates or whatever. Type in something PS5 Pro, and things should pop up for you to go check out. And just check out a couple of them. You might not feel the same way after you leave these places like I do, but like I said, that's why I had to transform. That's why a lot of the things that I do now, I wasn't doing that before. The Black Knight was on the up and up. Now I got to sneak into these stores. You know what I mean? I got to maneuver like I'm not an Xbox fan. I got to maneuver. And now that Sony's choosing to do what they're doing, testing waters, you know what I mean? Just as a gamer, period, I got to sneak into outlets. I got to sneak in at the Foot Locker. I got to sneak into even GameStop. I got to sneak in everywhere. I got to whisper about what I came in to purchase because I'm kind of weirded out about the feedback. I don't know what is a gamer supposed to be nowadays. What is a gamer supposed to be nowadays? What are we supposed to think? What are we supposed to do? That's what I need to know. Oh boy, this next generation after after the PS5 Pro fiasco, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Usually, I can pretty much guess what's gonna happen after one or two things happen. But here I can't guess. I don't know what's happening. Um, well, I do know what's happening, but I don't know why it's happening. And maybe somebody down and below can leave a reason why these things are occurring right here in our faces. You know, I was thinking that um, some money wise, some things might have occurred within Microsoft, within Sony, that is causing them and forcing them. I think I heard either Microsoft or Sony say something about the industry is not growing as a whole. I forgot who said that. That the industry is not growing as a whole because the gaming industry is in a hole. That's why it ain't gonna grow because it's inside of a hole, and there ain't no space for growth. You won't allow it. Before it gets a chance to grow or do anything different, you got to constantly making the wrong move, man. You know dang well that customers ain't gonna like an $800 console with no disk drive. Why didn't you try this mockery out of the lesser generations? You know what I mean? When the consoles was cheap, you wait until they get to this point to start trying to go digital. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Oh, the Black Knight. You, oh, the fans are in for a treat today. Oh, watch me go. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So here's the Black Knight. I'm in there eating some of my wife's wonderful tacos, homemade salsa and the whole deal. And I go, when I get done, I go into the bedroom. I lay back, cut my bed on so it can vibrate and do its thing. I lift my head up, my head rests up on my bed, have my bed raised up for me. I got as comfortable as I can. I even had me a cup of juice on the side of me. I was ready. I was ready. I was ready. I was ready. And so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, turn on the TV. Let's see what the latest news is. So I turn it on. I flicker through. I flicker through. There's nothing on cable. So I go to YouTube. I'm flickering through. I'm flickering through. I see here. I see there. I see everywhere. And are you can and I seen it. Oh, Ryu. Oh, Wolverine. Going at it. Back to back. Oh, brand new tournament that people, regular people, put on. Oh, the display. Oh, it was wonderful. And I enjoyed myself. Oh man, to see Wolverine in this game in the same fashion as the arcade, and we're able to bring it home. Some people, well, a lot of people, most of the people, that's going to buy the game already have it on digital, planning when the hard copy comes out to buy it again for the hard copy version of it. That's smart. You know what I mean? If you have money like that, because it is what $50. So it's just uh, so that I'm saying all that to cut all that short. I'm saying this is because it feels good to have something like Marvel vs. Capcom Fighters Collection be announced by Nintendo, you know, and saying that it's coming over to the PS4, then you can transfer, download it over to the PS5 if you choose to pop the disc in the PS5. You can play it there. But my thing is that why there's no Xbox version? uh, Somebody was saying, I forgot what channel I was watching, but somebody was saying that the Xbox version is coming in 2025. That very well may be, but why is initially when it first gets announced, no version of the Xbox is mentioned? That really rubs the Black Knight the wrong way. Uh, it just really feels like time after time Microsoft is being left out of great games, and this is one of the best, if not the best, fighting game on God's green earth. And I debate anybody that says differently. Tekken, same old Tekken. Street Fighter, to me, is the same old Street Fighter. Just bigger, fatter characters. I don't like this version of Street Fighter. Like Street Fighter Fours and all these. All I forgot when this started, but the characters being as big as Tekken characters, I don't like. I like the 2D models. You know what I mean? This is still 2D, but they made them bigger. I like them smaller. You know what I mean? I don't like them this big. So it's like uh, it's like to have this and be able to here soon be able to grab it the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, grab it and put it in my Switch or my PS5. I got all these consoles, right? The Switch, the PS5, and the Xbox Series X. So it, any system that came out, I even have a PC too. So anything that it came out on, I would have been able to get it. But you still have to think about the people that don't have, that can't get all three of the big three. You have to feel for them too. You know what I mean? Because it sucks. It really do sucks, man. You know. Uh, if you guys tune in after this show is over with, you don't have to always while you're inside of here while the show is live leave comments. I opened it up and I couldn't believe I didn't know all this time. But anyway, I found where I can open it up and you guys can leave live. I mean not live, but chats even after the show is over with. Either way. Um, it's just crazy, man. It's just really crazy to go from where we were at the beginning of gaming and to see where we're at now. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's really crazy to me. Uh, and to see how Phil Spencer and Matt Booties and all of these people, man, uh, everybody's acting like everything's okay. And then when I see Phil Spencer giving a interview, he's like a dry plum. When he sits on his stool, he looks like a dried plum. A dried plum. He looks dried in the face, man. He looks shocked by, by what he's about to say himself. He's shocked about what he's about to say himself. It's almost like he knew what was about to happen, what the reactions of his actions was going to be. You can't come out. Sometimes I think these people think that we're stupid, which they probably do. Because they come out here and tell us anything. Yeah, we're going to sell you a PS5 Pro. They ain't got no display or anything for $800, man. Yay! And some of us are crazy, man. Some of us celebrated. Went out there, had a smoking a pancake. You know what I mean? Celebrated. You can't celebrate things like this, man. I don't care how much money you got. You always gotta think about the little person. Always, man. I know that I can get it, but if I get it, then it's gonna be more stuff like this. I know that. So I have to stand my ground, man. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people out there gonna get this day one, especially the scalpers. They getting them already right now. They getting them. They I heard that they buying a disc player to sell them for a way higher price. So if it's $100, they selling it for like 250, $300 just for the disc. Come on, man. Y'all know it's Skypers out there. You know it's a whole lot of different ways to get these consoles and sell them for more to people that wants it so bad just don't have the money for it. You're gonna have people out here prostituting, man. You're gonna have people out here prostituting, man. I'm serious, man. You got people out here doing things they ain't supposed to do. You know dang on well you ain't supposed to be selling nothing like this now. You know it, man. These people out here, man, they crazy. They're literally, man. I remember when what console was that? The PS3. I remember when the PS3 launched and the Xbox. What was it? Xbox 360. Oh boy, I remember what hit the news. Old lady had went in there to buy a PS3 for her grandson. Left out the store with the PS3. Some young man ran over to her, cracked over top of her head, snatched the PS3, and ran off with it. The old lady ended up being okay, cool, but split the side of her head, not real bad, but just scraped her open. You know what I mean? All for the just to say, hey, I got a console. You know what I mean? And be able to play games. It's crazy, man. And so you know how crazy people can get in these gaming streets over this plastic, man. So why would you do? It's almost like they want people to be or act a certain way. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Now, why would you do that, man? You gonna sell something like this for $800 with no disc player, no kickstand, and you don't want nobody to say nothing about this? I can't stop thinking about this. This is in the history of gaming. This has never happened. Never, never happened like this. It's some things that's happened close to this, but gaming ain't never been $800. Never, not even close. Well, I think the PS3 when it launched was 600. So, but I think that was at the time that they were talking about, well, you need two jobs, you need this, you need that. You know what I mean? Just to be able to get that console. So it was advertised crazy. But you gonna have people out here leaving crack alone. You know how weird that's gonna be. People gonna leave crack alone. They gonna leave heroin alone. They gonna stop doing drugs because that means they're gonna be able to save up their money to buy these things for their kids. It's gonna be a pandemic off in the streets, man. You're gonna have women out there walking around with no clothes on. You're gonna have people out there that's just for advertisement. That's just for advertisement. And you have men out there driving down the street, not looking at the women no more, because all they can think about is buying the console for their children. This is crazy out here. Or for themselves. I mean, how much is that? I mean, what y'all want us to do? We're gonna have prostitution at a whole nother level. It's gonna be higher than high as it's ever been. Oh man, you have sheep out here, literal sheep, all kind of animals out here selling their bodies. Like man, what is this? It's gonna be crazy. You driving down the street, you got a sheep on the corner, got his hand up, waving you over. No, what? That's what I'm saying. Camels, donkeys, horses. They want these for their kids too. They want the old PS5 Pro for the kid. Yeah, you think these animals out here want these dang on PS5 Pros? Everybody wants the PS5 Pro. Everybody. And for the people that don't want it, everybody wants it. But for the people that don't want it, Oh man, I'm telling you. So we ride in the streets. Y'all think just people, humans want these things. I'm telling you. The the caterpillar wanted too. The bluebird, the crow, all of it, man. Shoot. So I don't know what Sony's thinking, man. It's crazy. I told Sony yesterday what they can do with it. If y'all didn't see that show, go back. Oh no, it wasn't yesterday, day before. If y'all didn't see that show, go watch it, man. It was hilarious. Watch it to the end though, cause almost to the end it gets funny, man. But no, man, it's crazy, man. You know, as a gamer, I've been gaming my whole entire life. Just to know that there's not too much you can do about that besides you use your wallet to fight back. And I'm not saying use your wallet like to go buy anything, but to not buy anything that these people are just throwing our way. You know what I mean? 'Cause that makes them want to continue to do it. I ain't never seen somebody turn away free money because that's what this is. That's what exactly they giving us the bare minimum and want the full price. Ain't that something? They want to give us a digital console and they want us to buy it for $800. And there's some people out here that are so desperate, they're excited. No, not happy. Excited to get this thing. Oh boy, I tell you, you know, Sony and Xboxes, Sony and Xbox, Microsoft are pimps. Sony and Microsoft are pimps. Yeah, they're pimps. They are straight pimps, and they're pimping us out. I can't say they're attempting to be a pimp. They are. They pimping us out. They pimping us out to these gaming streets. I can't wait to see what Microsoft's going to do because they're going to do something. Matter of time. They're letting this. What Microsoft is doing is sitting back and letting this fester for a minute. They're letting this fester and fester, just sort of burning the people's spirits. You know what I mean? And then they're going to come out and say some crazy stuff too. It ain't over, man. It ain't over by a long shot. Oh man, they done started up something, man. Oh man. You know, and it's only because they know Microsoft's not any competition at all. Microsoft ain't even trying no more. They're not even trying to survive. They don't even care about nothing. Uh, 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 they even stopped advertising Game Pass. I mean, they do a trailer for a game, yeah, but you don't see nothing. I don't even see it on the console, unless you go to Game Pass. I don't see really nothing that warrants us getting Game Pass either. Really, if you think about it. Because in a minute they gonna even cut out day one, because it ain't prospering nobody. They just trying to figure out how they can cut back or go back on what they promised us. Because look what they had to do with Call of Duty. They don't want to do that. You know how much money that game makes? Who gonna buy that for the Xbox and it's on Game Pass? That's why they're trying to pump up the Game Pass prices right now. I don't want to buy no spend no $70 on Call of Duty Black Ops. I don't care what number it is. Call of Duty Black Ops number 12. They don't care about that in these gaming streets. Shoot. I just hope Microsoft don't go up to $800 for their console, man. And I hope it comes with a disc. They've seen the reaction from the no disc thing. It didn't fly over right with a lot of the gaming streets. They didn't fly over at all. So you got some of the in between people out there that just for the sake of argument, I tell you that this thing is great. It's the best thing since the 360, which is a lie, man. You know what I mean? Ain't no gamer. Well, we have this new age of gamers, but majority of the old school gamers love disc. We're used to disc. Uh, Even if it ain't the main feature, at least have it there. So if we choose to use it, sell your digital games. Shoot, sell the physical with the digital. Pump up the price. Have both of them in there. Pump the price. And we will have both, because we ain't gonna never gamers. Most of the gamers they gonna never not want physical discs. That's just the bottom line. You got some people out there that just too lazy to go to the store and buy it physical. You know what I mean? Or order it order the physical disc on eBay or wherever they order them from. It's just like we've become extremely lazy gamers. I mean, lazy gamers. We don't want to do nothing. We just play it. We don't want to go to the store. We don't want to go outside the mama's basement or daddy's basement to see the great sky in the sun and travel over and do what the black gamer said he did yesterday on his show that I put I go grab me the disc or the game on the shelf, the casing, and I go over to the counter, put the game on there, and I tell them I want it now, and they set me up. I tell them just like I want it now, and that's it. They set me up, give them my cash, walk on out the store. Now I'm gonna have to look at the digitals, man. Who wants to do that, man? I don't know the situation, so I can't speak fully on it. But they trying to give us this inside the case. It's, I mean, not the disc. They trying to give us the casing with the digital code inside. So it must be like a little cardboard thing, and it has a code on it that you can put it inside your console. But in one of these countries, that's how they're selling it. Nintendo. They're selling the Nintendo Switch version as a digital copy inside of the hard casing. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? I couldn't believe that, man. You have some people sitting out there saying that if that kind of thing comes to America, they get their physical copy back. As far as uh, not get it back, but as far as uh, not pre-ordering it. You know what I mean? But Nintendo was being quiet about it. They wasn't really trying to put it out there like that. But somebody figured it out and then put them on blast on YouTube, and then it started getting around everywhere. It became a big conversation. But it's like Sony is messing up. Nintendo, that wasn't like a huge mess up, but that's still a mess up because even if you was doing that, you should have let the gamer know. And it's just almost like we don't know anything until it's already launched, until it's already here. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. It's just crazy, man. Then they go, and another thing I wanted to just touch on right now is, or today, is um, the versions of the Marvel vs. Capcom fighting collection. Um, the digital version, I know, and I know they're pushing the digital situation, man. I know that, man, but have the digital come out with the physical, and then just go over the data. Like it must be the physical is winning out doing the digital because the the physical copy they're holding that back now. Because I'm telling you, more people are paying attention to the physical than they are the digital, and they know that. And so the only way that they can get rid of the physical is to slowly get rid of it over time. You know what I mean? So they still have it around, as you see with the Marvel vs. Capcom deal. They got the digital out right now. You can buy it anywhere. You know what I mean? As far as digitalized, but uh, it's just crazy and out of hand, man. It's out of hand. Ain't nobody really saying too much about it. And then you got people, like I said a few minutes ago, you got people out here celebrating, excited, happy. I've never seen people be so happy to be screwed over in my life. They're happy about not having a physical gaming disc drive or a kickstand, which the console needs if you want to set it anywhere else. I mean, any other way besides flat. That's crazy, man. I don't understand that. That's crazy, man. But until people start fighting with their wallets, man, they gonna keep on. If you keep on buying it, they gonna keep on dishing it out the way they are. Ain't nothing gonna change. This is gonna get worse. How I see it, this is gonna get worse and worse and worse. And the Black Knight is usually right about these type of things. You know what I mean? Usually right about these type of things. Let me breathe a little bit. Oh, that feels good. So I just don't understand. I don't get it, man. You know, and I bet Phil Spencer is sitting back now. Like it's almost like the companies get together and say, okay, for this you go out and do this, and then we're not going to talk about this thing. Then you go out and do that. You know what I mean? It's like they're picking and choosing what they want to try, and then they go rock paper scissors to see who will go out to look like the fool first. Generation every generation, that's what it seems like. Like they pick and choose who gonna look like a fool doing what. Because best believe they're in cahoots with each other. Don't believe that Sony don't like Microsoft and Microsoft don't like Sony. They behind the scenes they talk. Trust me, behind the scenes they talk. Um, it's just crazy how this generation too. I was gonna bring up games being half done. Have you guys not noticed that the gaming industry is lazy? And they're getting lazier and lazier over time. My thing is that we don't even get full games no more, man. I've never seen more DLC for games. Usually you'll have game DLC here and there or whatever. Even for the Witcher 3's era, what no, Witcher 3 had DLC, but around that time, all games didn't have that. Certain ones did. For this generation, it's like DLC is everywhere. They'll ship out the base game partially, and it's all jacked up. But when it comes out, instead of just putting it like they used to, put out really good quality games, they put out trash and then fix it. Cyberpunk, Cyberpunk. There's a whole lot of games, but that was one of the worst ones. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. They give us crappy games or really good ideas. It could have been a wonderful game. They give us the bare bones, and then over time, we just today launched this. We just today launched that, just to clear up this and then to clear up that. Why we can't just get it all good at one time? And then as people are playing it, they find certain things okay. But you purposely put things out knowing that it's half done, half cooked, half baked. It's crazy to me, man. It's crazy. I mean, I'll be thinking to myself sometimes, like, why would y'all do that? Like, they wouldn't like. I'll put it like this: they wouldn't like for us to go to the game store and give them half the money and say, "I'll be back for the other half later." They would look, what? I'll be back to pay the other half later. How do I know for sure that they will come out with the DLC or with the means to fix what's broken? How bold can you be? Say that this is not 100% game, and that we gonna send out something later on to fix what we already know is broken. Don't put it out yet. Delay it. Delay it. I'd rather it be delayed than given to me half done. I'm not giving you half your money. You want the full price. And now they're so bold, they'll give us the main game that's garbage, and then make us pay for DLC. Elden Ring, Elden Ring. When it first came out, it was glitchy and buggy. I don't know who. And then the DLC was already in the whole. It wasn't even the DLC. It was the part of the game. It was a part of the base game, and you could tell that when you played through it. But they couldn't fit it all in there at that point in time. So what they did was sell it to us later as downloadable content, and they sold it to us for downloadable content. Man, I can't make this stuff up. It was already a part of the actual game itself, but since they couldn't, it wouldn't fit. They kept it out and decided to give it to sell, not give it to us, but after they got done with the DLC, decide well now which the DLC, which it was a part of the base game, give us originally the bare bones and then say, hey, DLC, Come to find out that the DLC was the bare bones. It was all one game, and then FromSoft just decided to turn into a DLC because they see how popular that it was. They see how popular it was. They put a price tag on that quick because if something is that popular, they can sell it. They can sell anything else they want to you for that game. If any company puts out a game and people like it and it's selling and doing real well, they can put out uh, doo in the shape in the form of a disc and people will buy it, stinky and all. I mean, stinky and all. It's crazy. People literally will go and consume it. They'll go and get it and play it. It's crazy. It don't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. And then what's sickening is that people out in these gaming streets try to make sense of it. What channel did I go by? I went by Michael Does Life. Okay, and I ain't saying nothing bad about the guy. I like him. I go by there and watch his show sometime. Uh, but for the Black Knight, he's saying that you're an idiot if you don't buy the PS5 Pro, all because of Grand Theft Auto 6. What? For one game, I'm supposed to go pay $800 because it looks better, because it plays better, and it is part six. $800 for one game? Because they ain't mentioned nothing else. So you telling me that Grand Theft Auto 6 is worth $800? Are you serious? Think about that. Michael Does Life is telling us that this game is worth 800 freaking dollars. Think about it. And he ain't the only one. You can't single him out. He ain't the only one. There's a lot of people out there that are saying similar to what he's saying. I don't know if it's a gimmick or if it's just something that they're just saying just because it's funny or they trying to. I don't know what's going on. I feel like sometimes when I listen to some of these people, not just him, some of these people, I feel like I'm in a twilight zone. I can't believe it. Like why would you guys say that about a product that you know is bare bones? That PS5 Pro is bare bones. You telling me you gotta sell me the disk drive separately? You're telling the Black Knight you gotta sell the kickstand separately? Why don't you just get out of the gaming business? Because it's obvious to me it's too expensive for you. It seems like to me when you do things like this, and I hope Microsoft don't do it. When you do things like this, it makes it seem like to me you broke trying to hold on. You broke trying to hold on, hoping something stick and something does well real soon. It's almost like Sony doing things scared. It's like they're doing things scared. It feels like Sony broke. If you ask me, people always say, "Oh, Sony got bills." I'm thinking, I'm starting to think that that lawsuit was real. I'm, I'm starting to think the lawsuit people were saying that they were under is real, man. Anybody come out with selling something like this without a disk drive, and you gotta buy it, and you gotta buy the kickstand. You know what's crazy about You know what's crazy about it is that the the base PS5, even the base PS5 and the digital PS5, both came both came with a disc, not this, but a kickstand, man. And the disc version had a disc player, the disc player built into it. You had to buy it separately. I don't understand. So this is a lesser. This is a more of a downgrade than an upgrade if you think about it. Because they're saying that some of the games still gonna be played in 30 frames per second. I can't okay this, man. Even if I wanted to, or I cannot sit back here and back something that is so bare bones, man. When they built this, they did not have the gamer in mind, man. They had their selfish pockets in mind, man. It's almost like Sony wanted to. say these things, give us this console, and you know what we'll never know is how much this thing costs per system to make. You know why? Because it probably wasn't. It probably wasn't as more expensive. I think that I don't know. I can't really speak because I don't know for sure, but I don't know if that they're making these things at a loss. I think they've made every console at a loss. But I'm thinking, is this at a big loss? Is that why it goes to 800? That's why you can't sell the kickstand and the disc drive. I don't understand this. I don't get it. We got to buy an add-on in 2024. You telling me that a lot of people are cool with this? 2024, we got to buy a disc player add-on to a 2024 console? The Black Knight just can't fathom. I can't wrap that around my head. And I got a big head. I got a yeah. I can't wrap that around my head, man. I cannot understand. I just can't understand. I just don't know why. I just don't know why the people are allowing this to happen and putting up with this. Because this is way, way, way beyond me. Uh, it sucks that more people ain't coming out and voicing their opinions about this, negative or positive. I think it needs more light shine on this situation, on these uh, different ideas and thoughts about the PS5 Pro. But some people probably even lose their job if they spoke out or if they said something. I don't know. Somebody's scared. Somebody don't want to say anything. You see, Phil Spencer, he done went back in his turtle shell. He done turned into Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He done went back in his shell. He done. I mean, I told Phil Spencer he was done in these gaming streets, but I didn't mean like this. Where he at? Where did Phil Spencer go? I called him out the other day, and he didn't show up. I said, meet me in the boondocks. Yeah, meet me in the boondocks, and we can discuss this Black Knight to steaming pile of doo doo. Black Knight versus the steaming pile of doo doo. That's what I said. You're dead in these gaming street, Phil Spencer. And then he just took off, and I ain't seen him since. I ain't seen him since. I called him a fat, skinny piece of doo doo, pile of doo doo, and he ran off. I think that's why well, I had to prefer to him in that way because he disappoints. He's a huge Microsoft disappointment, man. And now Sony is doing these things, man. It's like it's obvious now. Every generation, Microsoft will mess up or Sony will mess up. But they never have y'all noticed that? They never do it at the same time. That's how I know they talk to each other. All right, you go out here and test that. And then let's see how the reaction for that. And then later on, that's why Microsoft is quiet. It's obvious. Anybody that know their competition that just did something like this will come out and say something. I don't care if they bring out a console or not. Especially if you ain't been putting out no good quality games. You ain't got nothing. And then you let your competition come out and say, hey, you know what, guys? $800 for a discless PS5 Pro. What? I just can't respect or stand by that, man. It's just impossible for the Black Knight to respect that. I can't respect that, man. It's actually just talking about it right now is making me sick to my stomach. Been dealing with this type of stuff for years now, man, and it ain't getting no better. It's getting worse. Now they're selling the systems. You know what I feel like that this console is the red box of gaming. Think about it for a minute. It made me feel like this is the red box of gaming. Only thing is, you're gonna be able to have it in your house. It ain't gonna be on no street corner. It ain't gonna be out in front of Walgreens or Walmarts. It's just gonna be right in your house. You'll be able to go in your gaming room and turn on your red box and do what you like. You know, because you're gonna be able to get movies, yeah, Redbox, because that's what a Redbox does. You can buy, you can rent out, because you're not gonna own anything if you buy this console. I don't care. And at some point in time, the servers are gonna go down. Then what are you gonna do? I don't care if it's years from now. You, you can't play each game knowing that you never own it. You never own it. You don't own it. So at one point in time, something goes down because it's all digital, and now your files are corrupted, and they can't get find your files or nothing like that. If you had a physical disk, you could push that into your console and continue on. If you don't have a disk, how you gonna be able to prove it? If your files get erased and you can't put no other disk in to prove that you have that disk, how are you gonna be able to prove to Microsoft or Sony that you had that disk? And forget the receipt. You don't have the receipt. None of that. So how you gonna prove to Sony so you can get a reimbursement or whatever it is? You need your physical disc for so many different reasons. And if I lose something or whatever, I could just put my disc in, and then my console's brain memory will remember what I did with this disc. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's just. Turn these off. I thought I'm getting too much air now. Oh man, yeah, that was some good air. All right. Yeah, I just want to jump on here. I wasn't done ranting. It's so hard, man. Every day I'm thinking about this for the last 3 days, bro. Like, I can't believe it. The Black Knight just can't believe it. You know what I mean? And this probably be the last show that I'm talking about this PS5 Pro thing, man. It shocked me. It shocked the Black Knight to no end. I mean, it takes a lot to shock me too. It takes a lot to shock me, and I wouldn't have been so. Because I know it costs a little money to do. I wouldn't have been so shocked about the PS5 Pro if they had included the kickstand and the disc player. But it took all that away, and then the explanation for why this console even exists, it's not even warranted. You know why? Because they didn't explain wholly or fully of what this thing can do. And what they showed was some previous games that's already here. If you come up with a console that expensive, I want to see what the future looks like. I want to see what's to come on the new games that's coming out. I don't want to see nothing that's already out or coming out soon. I want to see what the future looks like on this new device that you're trying to sell me with no disk drive and no kickstand for the future. And I know this is a mid-generation, but y'all didn't care about that with the price, so I don't care about that with asking to see something. I want to see something. Shoot, any console can do that weird stuff. The Xbox Series S can Xbox Series X can do certain things like that. You know what I mean? You know, it's a powerful console. They're not even using that console to as full as they're and they said it's up to just like they said for the Xbox, it's up to the developers to use 60 or 100 and something frames per second. It's up to them. So if it ain't up to uh, the owners of the console, like as far as Microsoft or Sony, to tell these developers, hey, this game is gonna be this, that, and the other. It's totally up to the. So then, why are you advertising that then? That's not nothing for your console then, because that's a probably, that's an if, that's a maybe, you're not saying none of these things. You just said it's capable of it. Not saying that this is gonna happen. You're just saying that it could. It, you're just saying that these capabilities are in this system or this console, but it's still up to the game developers to implement it into these consoles. So the game developer don't want to spend that extra money or go that extra mile, which they're not doing now. They're not going the extra mile for us now. So just imagine what they're gonna do with this. It's crazy. But we're gonna see what they do, man. We're gonna see what yeah, we gonna see what they or if they come up with anything, man. You know, because I'm hoping that Microsoft announces their new console. Because even if it's for the next gen, man, or just say something. And then Nintendo got the Switch 2 at some point going to show its head. Like, I just hope these consoles, I mean, these companies, I hope Sony see the lash out, the the lashings that this console is getting, and then switch some things up before it comes out. Because if they don't, and knowing Sony, they probably got all their consoles ready to launch. You know, they gotta have them already on the conveyor belt, going down the old assembly line. So I guess what they already got planned for it is planned for. Because what they announced is garbage to me. That's just the Black Knight's own personal opinion. But I ain't buying it. I don't care if the price drops. I'm not never buying that console. I'm not buying no console that don't have a. This is how I feel now. I could change later, but if they do certain things, it could change. With no display or a kickstand, there's no way. And it's your fault that it needs these things. It's their fault. The way they had it built is for the base PS5. The same thing. It's their fault for how they had it built, and you want to charge us for your mistake. Ain't that something? I just can't believe it. It blows my head off every time I see these type of things that these companies are trying to get over with. You know what I mean? But how can I say anything against these things if if there's so many people out there defending this? There's a lot of people out there defending why Sony did this. I don't understand the reasons why, but they evidently they do. So, but anyway, I've been ranting long enough, you guys. You guys listen to the Black Knight's mouth long enough. Next time you guys see me, we'll be playing a game. I don't know what game. I was trying to hold off and just do these kind of shows until Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection had launched physically because I wanted to show everybody's showing the digital versions or whatever. I wanted to show the disc, pop it open, bring the disc out, show you for the PS. I'm getting it from PS, the one that plays on the PS5, which I guess goes through the PS4. But I also want to play the Switches, so I got the Switch version of it. So I got both, and I just want to see how it plays. You know what I mean? I was gonna get it for the Steam deck, but I got the Nintendo Switch, so I can detach it and play it handheld. So that killed that off for me. You know what I mean? And plus, I hear that it's gonna be pretty good for the Switch 2, and it's supposed to have some good things in it. You know what I mean? As far as the speed and all that kind of. That's what I was worried about mostly, because it does have its limits. You know what I mean? Uh, but anyway, man, it's been a real good show, man. I am happy with this show here. I just want Sony and Microsoft to get their things together, because it's been a long time since both companies has just been smooth. If one is doing good, the other one's doing bad. If is doing bad, the other one's doing. It's just crazy. They can never be on the same playing field, level playing field. It's always something crazy. But anyway, y'all, I love y'all, man. Put God first, because He's always gonna put you first. The Black Knight